And we're on,
We
Val.
are
We're on.
on and on like Ariston.
On and
You got
on
your
and
lights on,
on.
yeah? All your lights on?
Mate, listen, light, cameras,
Action.
action, Devaldo. So
Uh-huh.
listen, look, folks, you've downloaded episode 328.
328. It's just me and my mate.
That's a
Try
new
to
one.
say Australian, isn't it? Australian accent,
That's
you
a
know?
that's
All
a
right,
that's a
mate.
new one as well. All right, mate.
Fair
G'day, mate.
dinkum.
That's not
Do people say
nice.
fair dinkum? Like,
You know
what does
what?
that
I've
mean?
never
You've
flipped
never
never
heard it.
anyone
Fair
say
dinkum.
dinkum. I've
What
heard
is it?
people say rack off.
Yeah, that means like F off, innit? But what's
F off.
rack off? What's rack?
Rack. What? It's just it rhymes with what? What does it
Nothing.
even rhyme
Back
with?
off, or
Back off, rack off, maybe.
rack
I don't
off,
know.
mate. Rack off.
Maybe we've got an Aussie who can write in
What
and
is-
send us a postcard and let us know.
Mm.
So listen, look, folks, we've got episode 328. Deval and I are going to be speaking about a couple of movies within the next kind of 45 minutes or so. So stick around for that. Remember, you can watch this episode on YouTube. You can get all of our episodes there. Deval does an amazing job. He edits them. He puts in images. He does his little wizardry, and you know what? You can watch this and listen to us at the same time.
All 4 views out of that bad boy.
Exactly. And then obviously get us on your what they call your wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
Where are we, Deval? We're on Apple.
We're on Spotify, iTunes. Yeah, we're on all the good ones.
All the major platforms. Go find us. Go check us out. We are the Flixters. All right. Okay. Let's get into the show. Before we get into the main stuff, let's do our usual shout outs, Deval.
Yeah, got a shout out this week. Shout out goes to Awesome Bodies PT. So as you know, this show, we've actually got a movie we're going to talk about later of somebody who does have an awesome body. So I think Danny from Awesome Bodies PT can really, really relate. We should have had her on for this show, actually. Damn, we should have had her on for this show. She would have been a good guest.
And it is absolutely. And then because there's a couple I'll get into it in the movie and everything. And it would have been nice. It would have been good just to be able to kind of get a perspective on someone who's like career it is to.
Yeah, maybe we'll still get one and we'll do another in-depth review. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try and do that. But yeah, Awesome Bodies PT, go check her out on Instagram. If you want an awesome body like Jonathan Majors, she can do that for you.
Trust me. Oh gosh, yeah, man. His body in that one. Oh man. All right, okay. So so remember, folks, if you want to be a shout out, message us. Let us know what you're watching, what you're not watching, what you like, what you don't like, and we are more than happy to speak about it on the show. All right, let's get into movie news now. Devaldo, I didn't know if this was a typo.
Oh, okay.
What says Eddington?
Eddington is a new movie that's coming out. Is it coming out this year? Yeah, 2025. Has
Deval mentioned? Is this supposed to be like Paddington or something?
Oh no, this is Eddington. Yeah, Eddington is written and directed by Ari Aster. Do you know who that is?
He's Midsommar and
yes, Hereditary.
Hereditary, man.
And the one that had Joaquin Phoenix. What was that film called again? The Mad film, but it just went crazy. I can't remember what it's called, but crazy director. Good at horror, good at all kinds of stuff. This one's a bit different, actually, a bit of a departure. Yeah. So this is a Western comedy, drama. That's how it's described in the genre.
He's not doing his horror-y.
He's doing something different. So it just says in May of 2020, a standoff between a small town sheriff and a mayor sparks a powder keg as a neighbor is pitted against neighbor in Eddington. So neighbor pitted against neighbor in Eddington, which is in New Mexico. So this stars Pedro Pascal, who's in everything. He's in everything. Emma everything. Emma Stone. You got Joaquin Phoenix has come back. You got Austin Butler, Elvis.
Yes.
Among others. So I don't know what to make of it. We're gonna have to wait and see when it comes out to see what it's like. Because I just don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, trust me. And usually, Devaldo, I mean, the stuff that we've seen of his Ari Aster, I'm talking about. He's made really good movies,
Yeah,
engrossing,
yeah.
engaging. There's always some weird shit going on. So probably this
Weird
will be something.
shit.
Yeah,
The
this will
poster
probably
of
be
this
something.
film, Eddington, is there's a cliff and there's bisons falling off the cliff.
Ah.
So bisons are like these big buffaloes or whatever in it. So
Yeah, and
they are
they're
falling off the cliff.
native to America, aren't they?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the poster. So
That's
what's going
crazy.
on?
Make of that what you will. You know who else is also tearing shit up and he's going to be biting onto the screens very soon
Who's
is
that?
Michael B. Jordan. Now,
Ah.
Devaldo, Michael B. Jordan, he's like interesting career. Like I always remember him from The Wire. He was
Mm,
just kind of one of those breakout stars, and then he just grew and grew, like literally physically grew, and
mm,
become like kind of a formidable player in Hollywood. He's got his own production company. He's been behind, obviously, Creed 3. He got behind the camera. He was like, you know what? I'm going to take that franchise. I'm going to work on what Ryan Coogler's done in Creed 1 and Creed 2 and Sylvester Stallone, and I'm going to make it my own. And he's now going to be coming up in Sinners, again, directed by Ryan Coogler, which Deval and I are going to watch very, very soon. But check this out. His production company has bought the rights to a horror movie set in Italy, and it's called The House of Last Resort. So check this out.
mm.
It's looking like as if he's going to star in it, but at the moment, his production company's bought it, and so this is a novel that was published in January 2024, and it tells a story of a young American couple who move to a hillside town in Sicily where the local mayor is offering abandoned homes to foreigners for just €1. Do you remember we heard about this? This was in the news as well. I heard about this. So there were some
What's
towns
it?
in Italy. This is a true story. Some towns in Italy where they were offering houses for €1 because they're ghost towns.
Oh
They,
yes, yes, yes,
they
yes,
want
yes, yeah, yeah,
they want young people to kind of basically come into the towns,
yeah.
repopulate them and blah blah blah
Mm.
blah and whatever. So this mayor in this story, in this book and everything, and I'm assuming in the movie, is the mayor wants to kind of entice people, pay €1, and the couple soon discover that their new home is hiding secrets such as catacombs below and
Mm.
whispers in the walls. So think about
Whispers.
it. Horror. It's going to be, they're finding something in the house and, below murders, and Michael B. Jordan, he's going to be behind it. And interestingly enough, also, he's just bought the rights, or his company bought the rights to do a remake of the Thomas Crown Affair. Now, Devout, Thomas Crown Affair, I tell you what, it's a
Was that
slick,
Bond? Bond was in that, yeah. Pierce
exactly,
Brosnan.
slick
Yeah.
like heist movie. He's like, imagine Bruce Wayne as a art thief.
Mm. Okay.
He's a millionaire. He steals art for a living. Now we're gonna get a reboot. Michael B. Jordan is going to play the role of Thomas Crown,
Mm.
and he's going to set a challenge of kind of stealing, and then he's got the what are they not the FBI, but there was the
Interpol or
Interpol or someone kind of like is hot on the heels. But then the story is that the lady who's in charge of Interpol falls in love with him, and
she's
then
going
there's
to be
this.
a hottie, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
going to
So
be instant. As soon as you see her, you know what's going to happen, yeah.
exactly. So there's going to be kind of like a romance. There's going to be slick kind of directing. There's going to be like he's going to look amazing. Put it that way. So interesting to see what we get with that. But yeah, Michael B. Jordan, man, he's another one who's um,
Mm.
from Killmonger to Thomas
Yeah,
Crown Affair to Sinners. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
a lot, a lot.
All right, okay, and we're going to keep this one short. I'm just going to quickly mention this now. Warner Brothers, obviously, huge, big film studio. They've got so many classic movies under their belt. They are reviving. They're bringing back. They're doing a
No.
reboot of two of the biggest franchises from the 1980s. Check this out. The Goonies has
Yeah.
officially been confirmed by Warner Brothers, and they're also bringing back Gremlins. Now, Gremlins, I wasn't. It was fun. It was kind of one of those.
Gremlins, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember
Okay.
that? I mean, I'm not
I
out
can
of the
imagine
two.
Gremlins more than
Yeah.
Goonies. Goonies, it's not going to be the same people, is it?
Why can it be? It can't be because we've got.
It'll
Well,
be their
we've got
kids. Trust me, it's going to be
the
their
kids
kids.
of the
Watch,
kids
it's
of
going to be
the,
their kids. Yeah.
and then they're gonna have like cameos.
Hmm.
Sean Astin,
Yeah.
Thanos is still around.
Yeah.
Samwise Gamgee is still around,
Yeah.
and then we've got the guy from Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah. Is he that kid in it? Yeah. That's
He's the
him.
kid. He's Data.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
So we know there's three at least.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be their kids. Watch it. They can't do anything new.
Mm.
They can't do anything new.
They can't. And just to kind of put a date on it, as like, shows how old we are, Gremlins was released in 1984, Deval. 84. So yeah, so we'll see what happens with that one. And if you're interested, go check it out. All right, okay, Deval, new on streaming. So we spoke about this, I think, maybe a couple of episodes ago. We saw the trailer for it. This is a new anthology from, is it Kevin Brooker? No, who was his name again?
Charlie Brooker.
Charlie Brooker. He's British. Yeah, he's kind of like the wonderful, crazy, and weird mind of Charlie Brooker. And this is season 7. Devout. I didn't even realize it was 7 seasons.
Oh damn! Oh, I'm trying to show you the Black Mirror. Oh. This is Black Mirror, everyone. Go. Black Mirror was an idea that came from the Charlie Brooker, who said, the mobile phone, when you look at it, what looks back at you? It's a black mirror. That's where the idea came from. So, a bit mad.
Bit crazy. And now we're 7 seasons in. So, this is already out. I haven't had a chance to watch this, but obviously I am going to watch it. So, what are we saying? Have you seen this?
I've seen 2 episodes so far. I saw them last night, and they are good.
Okay.
They are good. They ease you into it. So I can only imagine they're going to get better and better, even though the ones I saw were really good in their own right.
Yeah.
The first episode, relationship, about trying to basically steal more time. Trying to steal more time, stuff like that. Second episode, literally the reality stone, flipping heck. It is crazy. They basically used the reality stone in episode 2. And
I've got to watch it.
It's mad. It's like an acting. Oh man, that's all I can say. That's where I stopped. But yeah, if you watch Black Mirror, if you haven't seen it, go from the start, watch it all through, and you will see actors that are big now that started in Black Mirror.
Yeah,
trust me on that. Trust me on that.
Big name directors and stuff that they've worked on that show. Huge Hollywood actors. Yeah. So go check that one out. That's Black Mirror season 7. Now, this other one, this one, it wasn't, look, I've put this on new and streaming, and it so easily could have been a movie that we review. But you know what? I've got to just say, look, this is G20. It's out on Amazon Prime. It's one of those filler Friday night movies that you put on in the background. And, you might kind of look up whilst you're scrolling and stuff. And the reason why I want to watch this because you know what? She is Viola Davis. She's wicked. She's brilliant. She's badass. She's like Amanda Waller, How to Get Away with Murder. She's done some kind of like loads of other good stuff as well. So I thought, let me see her in this movie. But you know what? And it's got Homelander in it.
Yeah, Anthony Starr.
Yeah, it's got Homelander in this, and he's actually doing his Australian accent, and it's so weird.
Is it?
You know what? To not hear him do Homelander voice just doing his, it's just a bit weird. It's corny. It's B movie, and I'm like I've got like about 20 minutes to go.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wasn't gonna bother watching it, but I might just watch it just to see what it's saying.
Exactly, and the storyline is literally the G20, all the leaders of the big 20 country leaders of the free world, whatever.
Yeah,
they're all in one place. Anthony Starr, he's the villain, and there's a terrorist thing going on. It involves cryptocurrency devout, so that might be interesting.
You should have led with that. I'll watch it. Lead with that.
Trust me,
cryptocurrency. Yeah, I'm watching it. Was it Ethereum, Bitcoin? What are they using?
Bitcoin.
It has to be in it.
exactly.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
so yeah, watch it for that, and then watch it for Viola Davis. You know, she's
Okay.
doing Harrison. Do you remember Harrison Ford in those Clear and Present
Clear and Present
Danger?
Danger. Yeah, yeah. And also
It's
like White House Down, all those kind of films. I can
it's
imagine it's
like
kind of
that.
like that. Yeah. You know, it was
Yeah.
directed by Patricia Regan. She directed the 33, which is the film about I think the Chilean miners,
Oh
the Chilean
yes,
miners that were sort of
yes. That was
stranded or
they
something.
were trapped here for
She directed,
a whole
yeah,
month,
that,
a couple of months or
yeah,
something.
yeah, 33 days, I think it
Damn.
was, yeah. So she directed that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
check it out. Watch it. Look, don't expect like flipping Jason Bourne type level or John
Oh
Wick
my
type
gosh.
level.
I just saw in oh no, I just saw in the trailer.
Well,
She's holding the gun and then she elbows someone and he falls down. Ah!
it's
I can't.
corny, it's
I can't take her
cringy, it's a
serious
B
kicking
movie.
and fighting. I just can't. I
No, I
can't. I
can't.
can't do it.
I can't see it. So go check it out. That's called G20. That's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
So those are the kind of the new things, and obviously there's a lot of other stuff that's coming on, which we'll speak about as well. But let's do trailers. A few interesting ones in this bunch that we're going to be speaking about. Now, Deval, this I didn't even realize they were doing another Tron.
Neither did I. Neither did I. But you know,
And
what? A lot of people that have seen it, people that I'm surprised about, are they're looking forward to this. You know,
is it
people that are quite what's the
so?
word I'm looking for?
What eager?
Uh,
Like what
no,
expectation
they
or?
like the the old school vibe. I'm
Oh
looking for a
yeah,
word,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
can't find the word. But yeah, they think it's going to be
Retro
good.
feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Now, in this movie, is he playing the what's the guy's name again? The one
I don't know.
is he
I
the
don't
villain
know
or what?
who.
What's his name?
Jared
Jared
Leto.
yeah, Jared
I don't
Leto.
know, to be honest. I don't know.
Because
Well,
you hear Jeff Bridges' voice at the end, I think.
mm,
Because
mm, mm.
he kind of turned out to be the villain in the second one.
Okay. Do you know? I can't. Do you know? This is going to be. No, I can't remember the films. You know, I've seen them
Yeah.
both. The old school. I saw the new school one.
Yeah.
I think I went to the cinema and then I watched
I
it at
watched
home when I
I
had my
watched the
3D
reboot.
telly. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't
That was
fully
20 years ago,
remember.
wasn't it?
2010, so 15 years ago, the last one.
Shit.
Yes, I don't fully remember it. You know, I just
Yeah.
all I remember
All
is
I
the
know
graphics.
is
That's
yeah, the
it.
graphics and everything. His son, like Jeff Bridges, his son he goes back into the game, and then there's a
Mm,
whole
mm.
Olivia Wilde is in it as well. And
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know if what's the connection with the second one?
I'm sure
Or
there'll be a
there
connection.
is.
There'll be a connection. There'll be a connection.
Yeah, exactly. So go check it out. High
Mm.
tech, high definition trailer for a funky looking movie. All right, now this next one, Deval, this is just mad. Like Phoenician.
Yeah. This is Wes Anderson. Is that the one?
Wes Anderson. And
Mm,
Wes Anderson is known for his kind of quirkiness, that
yeah,
Wes Anderson look.
yeah.
He's got this particular look. He's got a knack of bringing in so many different actors, famous people,
Yeah.
and people they want to rework with him again. So he
Mm.
reteams with them again, and like
How do they all get paid? Because there's a lot of stars in this, you know.
you know what? I got a feeling that I'm pretty sure they can't be asking for top dollar for this.
That's what I'm
They
thinking.
just
It's
want to
like
work with Wes Anderson.
there's a lot of stars in this. So how are they all getting paid? Because this film's not going to make a lot of money. It's
No,
not a massive box office. You know what I mean?
sure. No, not at all.
So I don't know,
This is
man.
like indie, quirky movie. So, but the
Mm.
plot is mad. Like Benicio del Toro, he's like some sort of CEO. There's a plot to kill him or whatever. I was just like, I don't know where this movie's going.
I'm going to reel through the stars real quickly. So Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, Bryan Cranston, Benedict Cumberbatch, Benicio del Toro. You got Michael Cera. You got Richard Ayoade. Jeffrey Wright. You got Riz Ahmed, Harrow Boy, round the corner from where I live.
Yeah.
You got Matteo Amalric. I think he was in Bond, one of the Bonds, wasn't he? He was Casino Royale, I think he was in. So yeah, just to name a few. Do you know what I mean? It's just star-studded. So
Yeah. So if that's your thing, I can't remember the last time I've seen a Wes Anderson movie actually. But yeah, so go check it out. Should be hitting the cinema screens sometime pretty soon. Now, this next movie, this is mad. The movie is called Mads, Mads, and the movie is mad. So this is a horror, body horror,
Mm.
French devout. They're taking some sort of drug.
Hmm.
They're hallucinating. They're turning into vampires. They're turning into
Hmm.
monsters. What is going on, man?
This is and funny thing is, I thought this film is not out yet. This film came out in 2024. So betcha bottom dollar, I'm going to go and find this film and watch
Yeah,
it soon.
trust me.
You know, there's a couple of things I've got to tell you about this film.
Shoot.
There's a couple of things I'm going to tell you about this film, which means you need to stop what you're doing and watch this film. Yeah. One, have you heard of a film called Ills? Ills.
No,
ILLS.
it's not
Do
the
you know
one
what
where they
Ills?
eat eel, is
It's
it?
not meant to. I'm pronouncing it maybe wrong. Il. I think it's but silent S. Il. So il means them. Them.
Oh,
So the film was called Them. And
I've heard
you've
of
seen
them.
Them. Yeah. So Them was like almost like, you know, The Strangers, that kind of film. Yeah. So Il
Yeah.
is the French version of The Strangers. It came out in 2006, I want to say. I could be wrong there. But it came out a while ago
Yeah.
and directed by David Moreau. So yeah, Il, yeah, came out Them. It's called Them. Sorry, the French name is Il, but Them came out in 2006. The same director directed The Eye with Jessica Alba, and this film, this film here that we're talking about, Mads, like you've explained it perfectly. It's an hour and a half. Guess what's special about this film?
So hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guess what's special about this film?
no, lay it, drop it.
I know you know it. You know it. Go and say it.
I know it.
Go on.
It's one take wonder.
One take.
It's
One
a
take.
one take.
It's one take, mate.
It's mad.
Mate, it's one, and supposedly it was captured on the fifth take. I heard somewhere. I want to say, yeah, I think I heard somewhere it was captured on a fifth take. So similar to what we saw in Adolescence and those kind, you know, that what we saw that recently. This is a one take film. So the technicalities behind that for a film, yeah, hour and a half. So from get go to when it finishes, it's one take. And if you make a mistake, we start again.
That's it.
And it's not just one location. Exactly. It's not like one location. They're going here to there to there. It's, do you know what I mean?
You know,
So
Deval, for our listeners, I just want to put this out there. If they love their one take movies, that you have to watch this movie called Victoria. And I've spoken about it. I spoke about it on the show years ago. It's a one take movie filmed in Berlin. It's mad. It's about a heist that goes wrong, but all in one take. It's wicked. The energy.
Victoria, yeah.
It's called Victoria, and it's about the Spanish. She's working in Berlin or something, and it's like, oh man, same thing, same energy, same vibe. But this movie, Deval, what there's something crazy with these people, right? In this movie, Mads.
Yeah, it's a bit like World War Z kind of vibes. They're kind of like mad like that. They can run. So they're not quite zombies, but there's something else. I don't know what they are, but it's either way, you got to run, otherwise you're dead. They'll kill you, they rip you apart. It's mad. Plural. Mads.
Mads.
So,
and you mentioned Them. There's a TV show called Them as well, and that's a horror one.
Yes.
So that's not it, right? You're not talking about that.
No. Them is this director, French film, like The Strangers. Someone knocks on your door, and if you're in, they sort of terrorize you and kill you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So go check that one out. That's called Mads. Please watch it, and if you see it, let us know. Now, this last one, this one was funny. It's kind of like a comedy. This is Apple TV. I can't remember if it's a show or a movie, but this is called Murderbot, and it stars one of the Skarsgård brothers. There's loads of them. Can't remember which one it is, but he plays an artificial Alex, right? He plays like an artificial AI intelligent robot, human-like, who's been able to bypass his security features. And his thing is that he's observing humans, and he's put in these different kind of situations. So set in the future, maybe there's alien creatures we see in the kind of trailer as well. But this looks fun and quirky, Deval. It looks mad.
Yeah, and it's got that Apple TV. I don't know what it is. They like their sci-fis, and you can just kind of sometimes tell when it's Apple TV. But this could be at some point in the future when we're that advanced that we need, AI to go that step further and be, robotic and to serve us and to do all kinds of stuff. So this is obviously a really exaggerated comedic version of that. But, if these things go wrong, like Skynet says, like the Terminator, these robots could start off being, they could end up being a threat to us and start killing people and all kinds of stuff, so.
Imagine that.
Murderbot.
Interesting name, but there's kind of like a comedic element into it as well. So it's almost like he's trying to become human-like as well. Observe what humans are really like and everything.
Yeah. So humans are a pile of crap. Let's be honest. Yeah, I'm not talking about every single one of us, but a lot of us, we're no good. You know what I mean? We're just bad. Yeah.
Bad. Bring on the snap.
Exactly. Fair, all alike. It's fair. Bring balance to the universe. I can't do a Flanders accent.
Yeah,
but that film, I need to watch it again because I miss it. I miss it, teacher. I miss it. Honestly, I watched 10 minutes of it the other day, and I got a new telly, and I was going to try and watch it on Disney Plus, and I realized my Disney Plus is not 4K. So I was like, no, I'm not watching it unless it's 4K. I need 4K. So that film.
That battle scene on Titan. Oh, Duval.
All the butterflies come out, and the music goes, and Doctor Strange like multiplies, and then
man! And he does that thing where he gets the fire, and then he brings it, and he just brings it to Iron Man.
And Iron Man's like, you get another moon now to me, I'm gonna lose it. And he's just, and there's a bit in it, we're going off topic, but there's a bit in Infinity. I watched it last week, literally 10 minutes of it. After all that fight, because they all go at him, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, they all go at him. And then Tony Stark, Iron Man, gets a big kick in his face, and a little bit of blood comes out, and he goes, all that for a drop of blood. And it's so true, because the amount of hits he took, a mountain came down on him, they're shooting him, punching him, and all that. Just for that shows you how powerful he is. All that for a drop of blood.
Oh man,
that's a perfect film. That film's a 9.5 out of 10. Oh, man. You gotta honestly sit down and watch that film, man. It's just
that's the high watermark of the Marvel cinematic universe.
It will never get there again. We cannot expect it to get there. We cannot.
We've got a couple of movies that are coming out this year. We're going off topic a little bit. A couple of movies that are coming out this year. So Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Obviously, Deval, we're going to be there. We're going to be watching it. We're going to be shedding our views. So stick around for that one. All right. Okay. So those are your trailers. Let's get into Anniversary Corner, Deval. So let's go back 15 years to 2010. When was Bitcoin around in 20? Yeah, it was around in 2010.
Yeah, it was.
In 2010. That's when it was still
2009. I think it was created. 2009, just after the financial collapse, it was created. Yeah, as a reason after that. That was a reason it was created. Actually, the financial collapse. So.
Yeah, Satoshi.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
We still don't even know who this guy is or if they're still alive or whatever.
Long may that continue, because I think that creates the ethos. Exactly, makes it more valuable, I think.
Exactly. So let's go back to 2010 and let's go check out Salt. So this is at a period, Deval, when Angelina Jolie was big, man. Remember Tomb Raider, Mr. and Mrs. Oh, mind you, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Had that have happened yet?
2005, I think that was, even earlier.
Okay, so earlier than that. So she was big. Because obviously there's that Brad and Angelina Jolie thing. So she kind of had big things. She was a film director as well. And, here she's playing an agent, Agent Salt. She's, a spy, one of those super spies, almost like your the Red Sparrow.
Oh, Red Sparrow. Yeah.
That kind of ilk type of thing. And now, forgive me if I get this wrong, Deval. She goes rogue, or they're after her. They want to take her out or something.
So she goes rogue or on the run after it's sort of leaked somehow, or they misinterpreted. But they said that she was basically a baddie, that she was spying for Russia. So someone's trying to set her up basically. So everyone, even including her own people, are coming after her, and because she's gangster, she can get away with it, and she can. She's hard to catch. Yeah. So when you're a top agent in the CIA, and then your own people are coming for you, they know who you are, and they've got to be like, yeah, we got to. Who are they going to get the best? Basically, who do you send to get the best?
Exactly.
So
and you know what? If it wasn't for this movie, we wouldn't have got maybe Atomic Blonde. We wouldn't have got Red Sparrow. We would have got Wanted. All those kind of female Hannah and all those kind of female-led spy movies. So yeah, go check it out. If Angelina Jolie is your thing, is that ice cream?
Ice cream, yeah. Oh, I already had my ice cream, so they missed out, mate.
Shit, I haven't heard that sound in years. All right, okay, so let's get on to, and that leads nicely into the next movie that we're going to be speaking about, which is another spy movie. This is a recent release. So Deval, he went out and watched this one. This is called The Amateur. This stars Rami Malik. It's got Lawrence Fishburne in it. It's got a whole host of other people. And so Deval, set it up for us and give us your take.
Yes, I literally just saw this film this morning. I ran out to go watch it, and I ran back to come and talk about it. So this is dedicated, exactly. So this is called The Amateur. Amateur meaning someone that is fresh, wet behind the ears, someone that's still learning their trade. That's what the film's called. It's directed by James Hawes or Hawes. Who is he? He directed One Life. He directed 6 episodes of Slow Horses. Again, a spy situation going on there. Yeah, and also, he also directed 2 episodes of Black Mirror.
There you go.
The show we just spoke about. So he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. So he directed this one. So this one is about. Oh, hold on. What else did he do? Directed this TV series Snowpiercer as well. And Raised by Wolves and The Mist. So he's got a good pedigree. Yeah. Good. Okay. So The Amateur is basically about. I'm not going to do a too long one on this because I don't know. I might just start talking about stuff that's not necessary. But Rami Malik, Rami Malik is the main star. John Bernthal is in it as well. Punisher. Yeah. But Rami Malik is the main star. He works in the CIA. He's the guy in the chair. He's like the top guy in the chair. If you don't know what the guy in the chair is, Batman, he's in the field. What's his name? Alfred, man in the chair. Everyone's got a man in the chair. Everyone in the field has got a man in the chair who tells them, here's the blueprints. Okay, go left, go right. Okay, I'll lock down the building. I'll open the door. Here's this. Okay, you got it now. They supply them with all the information they need.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's who Rami Malik is for the CIA. In the trailer, I'm not going to spoil it. In the trailer, it shows that his wife is killed. Yep. She's killed. She works. She doesn't work for the CIA. She works for another company. She goes abroad doing some sort of work. She gets killed on the job, and then, she gets killed. Yeah, while she's working, and he basically loses it. He wants to get even, and he's like, "No, I'm not just going to sit down on this. I want to go and kill the people because the CIA are not responding how he wants them to respond." Yeah, because it turns out the CIA are shady, which we knew anyway. So there's something else going on there. Yeah, so there's some shady shit going on that's actually stopping them from doing what they should do. And he's like, "Nah, I'm going to do it myself." So this kind of gives you a bit of a law-abiding citizen vibes, a little bit.
He kind of goes rogue.
He goes rogue, but he's the man in the chair. He's not out. He can't go in the field. He can't even shoot a gun. He can't punch. He can't do anything. And Rami Malek, I got to say it, his face bothers me. He's got a certain look.
He does that thing when he goes, like he's almost pouting. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, he does that. Is it his teeth? Are they stopping him?
He just, I don't know what it is. I don't want to disrespect the guy. He's a good actor. But he just looks.
Do that again.
Well, I don't know what I did.
You just do that thing with the teeth.
Like, he honestly, no disrespect to the guy, please, but every time I've not seen him in much, but he just looks weird. He's got a weird look on his face. Whether that's him or if that's him acting, give him an Oscar. If that's just him, it's just him.
Oscar, didn't he? He won an Oscar for remember?
Oh, for something, didn't he? Yeah.
Freddie Mercury, the Queen.
Oh yes.
He's an Oscar winner.
Yeah, so he's he's perfect for the role because the person's meant to be kind of awkward.
Nerdy.
Not supposed to be nerdy. They call him a nerd in it as well. And he sits for lunch. He sits with all the geeks, and they're all men in a chair, women in a chair.
Yeah.
So long story short is he basically asked to go in the field. They say no. Then they say, okay, yeah, go and train before you go in the field. So they send him to Lawrence Fishburne. He trains him for a week or so, and then he disappears on the field and tries to hunt down the people that killed his wife one by one. But he doesn't want to combat them because he can't fight. He can't even shoot a gun.
Yeah,
he cannot shoot a gun. So he uses his brain. He uses what he can do, which is technical analysis, technical engineering, all that sort of thing to get rid of the people. Which you'll see in the film. You'll see what he does in the film and how he does it. He also shows weakness, which I think is good. There's certain times where, because he's not good at confrontation, he makes mistakes and he panics, and there's mistakes. The CIA are also tracking him as well. They're also tracking him, so he's got to be on it.
Right. Okay. So he's got to be one step ahead of them.
Yeah, exactly. And still get these people. So it's always like a chase kind of thing, and it's not easy. And the film takes you across Europe, actually. Yeah, a lot of it happens in Europe. There's something else I was going to say. Did I miss something?
What about
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Sorry, I was going to say yes. Have you seen? What was he in before? The first thing that made him big was it iRobot, Mr. Robot?
Yeah, Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
You know what? That is. You know what? It's a really, really intelligent.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like 4 or 5 seasons or something. He's really good in that.
Because this is a film of that. This is a film of that. This is a film of Mr. Robot. He walks as I want to tell you. I haven't seen Mr. Robot. Well, I've seen as a poster and a trailer. Am I right? He walks around with a rucksack.
Yes.
Am I right? He walks around with a hoodie.
Yes.
Am I right? He's clever and he's nerdy and he's good at tech.
Yes.
This is it, then. Yeah. The amateur is Mr. Robot in disguise.
This is basically an extension of Mr. Robot. Oh my!
This is what made him so famous. He's gone back to that and he does it wicked. Like, he's believable. Do you know what I mean? So this, if you haven't seen Mr. Robot like me, I don't need to see it all now. I can just watch it. I can watch it in the amateur. That's it. And
the funny thing is, in Mr. Robot, his whole task is that he's a hacker. He plays a hacker.
Yeah.
And he wants to bring down, like, in this kind of TV show universe, it's the equivalent of Google, and they control everything, the internet, the whatever, the finance, crypto, and everything like that. And he and his group of army, they want to bring down this kind of big establishment type of thing like that. So I can see him doing this. Amateur.
Yeah, that's what it is basically. So that's it in a nutshell. I'm not going to spoil obviously what happens.
What is he? Is he like
the Punisher? He is a cameo, and he's not even. I don't know. He didn't need to be in the film.
Why did they bring him on board?
He didn't. Maybe unless they cut his parts down, he did not need to be in the film. I don't know what I was expecting for him to something to happen, like some sort of spin, something. Yeah, but he pops up at the start. Pops up at the end, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
A letdown then.
That's it.
Yeah.
Big actor like that. I'm like, hold on, was that it?
Well, yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my next question. Then is: should I go out to the cinema and watch this?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll say yeah. But there also it's Fox, which is Disney. So in 3 months, it's going to be on Disney Plus. Okay. So
that's. Exactly. All right. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. I mean, look, it's out in cinema if you want to go and watch it, and date movie, right? This will be a date movie. Yeah,
it's fine. Yeah, it's good action film. Clever. He is very clever. He's mad clever in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's mad clever.
Does he die at the end?
I'm not gonna say, but he does remind me of, like, Saw. And those people or even like Casa de Papel, where Money Heist, where like anytime you think he's being got, he's like, well, you're gonna know that I've been tracking you. Like he's always a step ahead.
Oh shit! Is he British?
No, he's not. No, he's American. Oh. I'm just.
I love his
Oh my
impersonation.
gosh.
All right, okay, so folks,
Yeah.
look, there you have it. You can go and watch The Amateur, I should say, or you can watch this movie that I'm going to speak about, which I watched. Now, before we get into this, Deval, I
Mm-hmm.
cannot mention this movie without mentioning the backstory behind this. Jonathan
Okay.
Majors, obviously up and coming actor. He's been around. You know, what was that Lovecraftian TV show that
Oh,
set
it was
in
called
Jim Crow era?
A Lovecraft Country, wasn't it?
Right. Okay. So you know
Yeah.
what? He was, he's becoming established, and we'd seen him in a couple of other things, and the thing that he caught my eye. Okay, they're just waiting for the ice cream van thing.
Yeah.
Gosh. Oh, 99p flake.
Mm-hmm. Not
Oh,
99p, trust me.
trust me, it's not. But like, what caught my eye was when he popped up in Loki. Now,
Mm,
for me, he was like he brought this kind of mad energy. You know, he was wild, he was crazy, and I thought, you know what, I'm on board. He's going to be Kang, the Conqueror, and he's going to bring some sort of manic craziness to it. And his
mm,
star was rising, 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 rising. He's been cast in the MCU, which is going to be a big movie. Kang. They flipping were going to make a movie called The Kang Wars. What was it? The Kang
mm.
Dynasty or something like that.
Dynasty, yeah.
Devout, there was going to be a movie with he was going to be the main thing.
Mm,
And then lo and behold, we find out that he hooked up with he was making Loki in the UK. He hooked up with the British. She was British, by the way, his
oh, is
girlfriend.
it? Oh, okay.
And then there's video, there's audio, which I've heard, by the way. I've seen the video,
Mm,
and the allegations came out that he was being abusive, that he was being threatening, that he'd been physical. All that stuff came out. This was way back in 2020, right? Way back in
mm,
2020. The case only got settled in 2023, 2024, but
mm,
he was found guilty. And in between that whole allegation, Deval, is like the rug was pulled under his feet.
mm.
They got rid of Kang. They wrote him
Yeah.
out of at the end of Loki season 2. It's like that was it. There was going to be no Kang thing because they shut off the story. And then they decided, okay, we're not going with Kang. We're going to go with not what's his name,
Doctor
Doctor
Doom.
Doom.
Mm,
They brought in a big
mm,
bad villain. And then I was like, shit, we heard about this movie, Magazine Dreams. I saw the trailers for it. There was interviews for it. There was Oscar buzz, and that just got killed. It
mm.
just got killed. And check this out. It was Disney were the distributors of the movie. So that got killed. This movie, Magazine Dreams, was made in 2022 or 2023. So it's been a
Yeah,
couple of years.
2023. That's when
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
meant to be released. Yeah.
That was when it was meant to be released.
Mm,
And then Emmanuel, obviously, who's an amazing friend, like, to the show and everything, he messaged us and he was like, "Hi, guys, have you seen Magazine Dreams?" and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, shit, it's been on our watch list for such a long time. So cut long story short, I was like, I got to watch the movie. And I got to say, Deval, how much should we as audience members, we're film critics, right? We're film critics. How should we put aside the shit that went on?
oh, yeah,
Do
I think
we
so.
do
Yeah.
we put us, and I got to say one thing, man, when you're watching this movie,
Mm.
flipping hell, this guy is amazing. Like,
Is it?
honestly, he's so powerful, this guy.
Mm,
His performance, I can see what they were saying about Oscar worthy.
mm. It probably would have been definitely nominated for an Oscar if what happened didn't happen. I think
This
I haven't even
guy,
seen it, but I reckon so.
you can see, right, that he's put every single
Mm,
ounce of his body into the role. This guy is huge. He's
mm,
cut. He is looking mean. Don't get me wrong, this character that he plays a guy called Killian Maddox. And he's a loner. He's got social problems. He can't communicate well with people. He's looking after his granddad, who's a Vietnam veteran,
mm.
and he's living a kind of like lonely existence. And he is obsessed. No, the word, is it obsession? He's got posters all over his room
Is
of
it?
bodybuilders, and all he wants to do is be on the cover of a magazine. And his
Mm,
dream is to be like the international bodybuilding weight, champion. That's his whole thing.
Mm.
But here's the issue, Deval. He's got autism. He's got he's on the spectrum. He doesn't know how to kind of deal with his aggression, and he just goes berserk. There's moments in the movie where he can't control himself. He just has rage.
Is it
And
roid rage, or is he taking steroids?
yes, it's roid rage, but also there's obviously psychological. Without giving too much away, in the movie you hear that he's come through trauma, massive trauma that involved his mum and dad. And as the movie progresses, like, he has to see a psychologist, and she's kind of talking to him. And I tell you what, man, it's such a physical performance that I feel bad, because you know what? He should get nominated for something. He should be applauded. And I know that shit happened to him personally, and maybe there's a correlation because between maybe the role affected him so much that it came out in his other stuff that he was doing. I don't know.
I've seen videos of him training with a top bodybuilder on YouTube, and when you see the training they're doing, it's crazy. I thought, that's not his real body, but that's his real body, isn't it?
It's Val.
Mad.
He had to eat 6,000 calories a day.
And
in the movie, there's scenes in the movie where he's ordering, he's eating food. He's like, this sirloin steak. He goes, this 250-ounce steak, this eggs, that, this. And people are looking at him and thinking, and they literally call him an animal. They literally call him an animal. But the thing is, though, he can't control himself. So the movie is so many different things. It's about following your dreams. It's about mental health problems. It's about blurring the lines between what you want and what your reality is. And the truth of the matter is, his goal is to be up there, but the reality is maybe mentally he can't get there because he's got so many other challenges that are going on with him. For example, there's a scene in the movie where he goes out on a date. She spends literally 5 minutes with him and she has to leave.
Is it because he's just too much?
Too much. Now, do you remember that? Do you remember there was a book that was written in the 1950s? It was called Of Mice and Men.
I've heard of it. I don't know what's about though, but I've heard of it.
They made a movie about it. So there's a character in the book and in the movie called Lenny. He's a simple person. He's got the mind. I think they describe it as he's got the mind of like a young boy, 9-year-old. He's a giant. And in this movie, I saw kind of similarities where his mind is that of kind of like, he can be probably easily manipulated. He doesn't really think straight. He's got this one goal. He doesn't know how to speak properly. He has all these different encounters, like rage encounters. He's training. And man, by the end of the movie, I was exhausted. I was exhausted. Even Steph watched this movie and she was just like, that was amazing.
Is it?
She, like, you know what? I was watching the movie. She was like, hold on. I got to watch this movie. And applause, hats off to Jonathan Majors. I hope he can come back into the fold. He can put this shit behind him and we see more of him develop. Now, the question is, do you think, because this is going to get a lot of buzz, this performance, do you reckon they're done with Kang? Could he come back, or that is it? The door's closed forever?
I heard that the door might be open again. That's what I heard that a little while ago, actually, but it hasn't been confirmed because now the case is being closed, and it wasn't. I think the conclusion wasn't as bad as people initially thought. So I think there's space for him to come back, but I just don't know if it will actually happen because Disney's very, very Disney, aren't they? So I don't know, but yeah, it would be nice to see him come back, but it might be too late.
Yeah, he's actually come out and said, look, he loves the character of Kang. He said that he had so many interesting takes on the character and that he was going to take it into so many different levels. And you know what? I believe him. Because he's a physical actor. And I think that role would have required a lot of physicality. The Kang that we were eventually going to get. Maybe not the Loki one. The Loki Kang was a bit low key, but I think it was going to build off onto something much bigger. I think it was going to be a stepping stone for something big.
Okay. Oh, man. It's a shame, isn't it?
Definitely my recommendation is to watch it for his performance, powerhouse performance, and just to see the kind of disintegration of what happens. You know what it also reminds me of? You're going to appreciate this. We need to talk about Kevin.
Is it? That's
Yes.
a heavy film.
Yes. And
That's
you know
a
the
hidden
ending,
gem.
and you know the ending of that.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Right? That's what I'm going to say.
No. Serious. Oh my
There's so
gosh.
many layers to the movie. Like you think it's going to be this movie, and then it goes to that movie, but then it becomes this movie, and you're like, shit, like you feel sorry for the guy. And that's his performance because he makes you feel sorry for him. You want him to become this bodybuilder. However, flipping hell, man, there's just a massive brick wall. So my recommendation, I'm going to say, listen, Rami Malek's great. I've seen iRobot or Mr. Robot, whatever. But for me, the money's on Magazine Dreams.
Okay. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Say no more. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch
All
it.
right. And there you have it, folks. 2 movies, totally different ends of the spectrum. But yeah, this is your choice.
Whew. Good review, man. Good review.
All right, okay. So
next week we've got some films. Next week, next week we've got Sinners, man. You know, we're all sinners out here. None of us are perfect. So next week we've got Sinners. Yep. We also got Warfare as well. A24, another A24. Exactly. So, and also even Drop. I wanted to try and watch it this week, didn't get a chance to. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get a chance by next week, but eventually I'll watch the film.
I think if there's a choice between like Sinners and Drop, I'm watching Sinners.
Yeah, same. I'm definitely going to watch Warfare and Sinners next week. Both of them's getting watched. Both of them.
Listen, folks, we've got a great show for you next week. Keep it up with the Flixters, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right. Peace out.